This is a very little formula I'm telling you about the words. Now I'm coming to you also for somebody that, for example, how often you hear in your practice the word jealousy or envy? If your patient uses the word jealousy or envy in the case. I haven't listened in my practice, anybody says envy, only jealousy.
So if he's talking about envy, like he wants money, he is envy about qualities, then we take the envy. If we will say like I'm envying my wife, like, so it's more like jealousy.
It's a difficult one. It's a difficult question now.
No, for example, a patient, you say, okay, a patient comes to me, he has a abdominal problem.
Yes.
How you reach to the level of jealousy or envy? If the patient automatically use the word jealousy on his own, or you bring the patient where you can feel that he has a jealousy to something.
It depends on the way he speaks about it. Usually, jealousy, I hear more from women that talk about relationships and things like that. In children, it's not something that I hear from the child. It's always something that is described by the mother as to his behavior. For example, with his brothers and sisters and things like that. And also, I pay attention to what the child tells me. There are certain words that when he says, I will take, for example, I want to have toys like this one. Okay, then I'll take envy. Then I'll take envy because he's envy at the qualities of others. He wants toys like somebody else has. Then I take envy. It depends on what the person tells me.
Okay. Avidity means, the rubric is envy and avidity. So avidity means keen interest in something. Now I give you a very simple example, okay? For example, a patient who has a problem with indigestion, problem with the stool. Whenever he eats something, he has to go to the toilet. Or he has a throat problem. When he drinks something, he, for example, in the conversation, a patient having a tonsillitis, a patient having a indigestion problem. Now, when you are talking about indigestion problem, and then he brings a topic. Now he says, you know, doctor, because of this indigestion, I'm not going to the party. Or because of my throat problem, you know that I'm not going to any party, I'm not going to meet any friend, I'm not doing anything. This is general conversation of the patient because of his throat problem, because of his indigestion, or because whenever he eats something in the outside in the party, his stomach gets upset. So what he does, so when, for example, a patient is coming to you with indigestion, the normal question comes that how you cope, how do you cope with your problem in the normal life, in your normal life, day-to-day life, how do you cope? Now the patient says, it is very difficult for me to cope. And how do you feel? How do you feel when you see the people around are enjoying the life, but you are not enjoying the life because of your indigestion? How do you feel? And now when you ask this question, the patient says that, doctor, do you know that I avoid going to the parties? I don't like going to the parties because of my indigestion. Because in the party, when I see people eating, you know, they're enjoying the food very nicely. They're eating ice cream. You know, the people are drinking cold drink, and there is no issue with them. There is no issue with them. And then I feel very bad. And what do you feel very bad? Doctor, I feel that, oh, one day I should be also, you know, when I get better. Now, what is envy? One day when I will get better because of my indigestion, then probably I will also eat like them. This is called envy. So the word envy comes, what other have, I should also have. This is envy, simple. What other have, for example, when I see my neighbor having a very big car, very nice thing, and when I pass through his house, when I look at beautiful house, it comes to my mind, one day I must also have such a house. It could be any material. It could be any material, but the feeling of the patient is, because I have been suffering from my problem, I'm not earning too much money because I cannot work too much in my life. I'm giving you, you know that today my thinking is, I will give you my thinking after this, that I have many door to a rubric, many version for a rubric. I don't have simple version for a one version for a rubric. If you want to learn something, you must have a 10 doors, 10 door of a rubric, 10 door of a medicine. Now there are many examples of envy. It's like that. For example, doctor, because of my, when I go to the park, I see people jogging, they are running. But you know that I am only walking slowly, I'm walking. But when I see the people, they are running, it comes to my mind, one day, listen to me now, the line, one day I should be like them and running and jogging. You know, this feeling comes. So this is called envy. Maybe it's clear to you now. And what is jealousy? Jealousy is uneasiness at the success or position of other. Uneasy. This is uneasiness. Now it makes me uneasy feeling. Uneasy feeling means that, doctor, when I see people eating in the party, they are drinking, they have no problem, they have no issue, they are happy people. When I see people happy, it comes to my mind that they should suffer tomorrow with a big problem like me. They should suffer also. When I see somebody having a new car, when I pass through a house, a very nice house, when I walk through this house, it comes to my mind that this house will get fire. So jealousy is what I cannot have, others should also not have. Jealousy is what I cannot have, others should not have. And envy is what others have, I should also have. See, this is a slight difference here and there on the words. Is it clear? You can raise your hand if it's clear like this. So you can show me that it's clear. Very good. Okay. So I have no envy with you that is so clear to you so easily. It's good to learn like this. You know, you have to use the word. So my friend, you have to use the word which are given in the repertory in your day-to-day life, as you are, just like when for example, you are just walking in the street and you see many people are sitting on the Dizengoff Street, having small restaurant, enjoying the coffee, talking together. But you are busy all the day. You don't have the time to walk on the Dizengoff Street or where, you know, nice cafeteria. How you feel? You always have a feeling, one day I also have a time to sit here. So you have envy. Most of the time the people are envy. Rarely the people have jealousy. Only the sick people most have a tendency for the jealousy. So jealousy is like a child. A child who has a jealousy, he will break the toy of another boy. He will break. But envy is, he will go to the mother and will say, "Mummy, can I also have the same toy like him?" This is called envy. So it is so easy to get from the mother. So when he see a new toy of a child, what he does? Oh, doctor, he goes to that boy. You know, he plays some trick. He plays some trick how to damage that toy. He will just go and, you know, he will do like this. Oh, I'm sorry. But inside he is very happy that the toy is broken. But in the envy, doctor, you know that sometimes he comes to me and tells me, "Mummy, can I also have a toy when I have my birthday?" This feeling, doctor, he has, but only in the sickness, only when he has a fever. Otherwise, don't take this issue. Don't ask the mother anything except fever, except cold, except he has a problem. If your mother tells you, doctor, he's always like this, don't take it. Please don't take it. When a mother tells you, he always has a envy. So it could be without sickness, a child has envy, but when he has a sickness, he has jealousy. Or it could be vice versa. When you are healthy, you have jealousy, but when you are sick, you have envy. So these envy and jealousy are the regular part of the human being. It is very normal. It is not abnormal. We have a tendency of envy. We have a tendency of jealousy. See, first of all, we are a physician. We should not, this is not my concern if husband has a jealousy for the wife or wife has a jealousy for the husband. This is not my concern, okay? My concern is, for example, a husband comes and he has a problem, okay? Any problem, mental, physical problem. Now, while talking to, the first thing, how I reach to this topic in a patient. Now, the patient says, doctor, I have an indigestion problem, okay? So, now, doctor, you know that in my house, my wife enjoy everything, but I cannot enjoy. So when I see my wife eating everything like a pizza, burger, and I'm eating very small thing, then I feel jealous about it, that why her stomach doesn't get upset. This is called, you know, or jealousy or envy. Now in this condition, for example, Orna, okay, Noah says more example I can give you. First, Orna, you know that why husband has a jealousy with the woman, with the man, with her own wife. Why? What are the reasons for a husband to have a jealousy from her wife? What is the reason? And why he's telling to the doctor? For example, the patient says, I have a jealousy with my wife. So the question is, why you are telling me? I'm not going to treat your wife, or I'm not going to treat for you for this. You have a problem. Tell me about problem. Why you are bringing this issue in the case that I have a jealousy from my wife? Why you are bringing this issue in the case? You know, doctor, I think the main issue is because of this jealousy, I have indigestion. The day I have more jealousy, my indigestion comes back. But when I have no jealousy feeling, I have no stomach problem. So it means that, friend, whatever is a mental state of a patient, it has to be associated with the physical issue. It has to associate. For example, that is why it is very clear when somebody is trying to give you his emotional point, you must ask the patient, why you are giving me? What is the need? What I can do if you have a jealousy with your wife, what I can do in it? You have to sort out this issue at home. But why you are bringing this issue to me? Tell me about indigestion. Why you are telling about jealousy? No, doctor, I must tell you that this jealousy is the main issue. Okay. Now the first thing is whether patient is using the word jealousy. But I have to understand whether it's envy or jealousy. Okay. Now, jealousy about what? You know, doctor, my wife, she talks very nicely. She impressed the people very quickly. Whenever somebody comes in my home, you know, they get impressed with my wife. They say, oh, your wife is very nice. She has a good humor. She's a good human. And then, doctor, it comes to my mind that how can I be so good like her? How can I be so humble? Like I try to please people, but nobody gets pleased with me. But my wife, she makes a little effort and everybody praise my wife. So I like to be like my wife, that I should also be like her. Now, what is this example? Is it jealous or envy? Yes, envy. Yani, very good. This is envy. Okay, so this is the problem of the materia medica and the repertory, which doesn't tell us the language. They only tell us the word, but they don't tell us the language of the patient. Now, jealousy, Noah wants more example. So Noah, what is jealousy is that, you know that, doctor, I know that everybody praise my wife food because she cooks very good food. So what happened when somebody has to come? I make sure that she could not cook the food. Or what I do that I try to spoil the food. I go to the kitchen, look where is she, and I put 2 more sugar inside the dish. Or I put more salt in the, I do like this. Or for example, she has very nicely placed the table, very nicely, everything very nicely. You know, I go when she is not in the kitchen or in the dining room, I just quickly go there and put something like this. And then she comes, who did it? I don't know. This is called jealousy. So jealousy is, you know, you are burning inside. Jealousy is a burner because you are not able to achieve that kind of, you know, appreciation. Now, why the jealousy comes in human? And especially the person who is sick. We are talking about the sick person jealousy, not the normal person jealousy. Noah, every human has a jealousy. Even animal has jealousy. Even your dog has a jealousy. For example, if you kiss another dog, your dog has a jealousy. He like, you know, when your dog see you are hugging the another dog, your dog becomes more humble to you. He wants to come to you, more love from you. Okay, but if he start barking at the dog and want to attack the dog, this is jealousy. But if he looks at you and want to have love from you, this is envy of the dog. Okay, even everybody has emotions. Everyone has emotions. So please be careful when you are asking your patient. You cannot directly ask the patient, oh, do you have a jealousy or envy? You can't ask like this. But you have to ask that, okay, do you have any issue at home? Do you have any issue which you want to tell me? Yeah, doctor, I have one issue. I don't like my friend. I don't like my wife. I don't like my father. I don't like my mother. Why don't you like? Now, we should not go to the rubric hate. Hate to the father, hate to the mother, or disliking. We should not use this word disliking. First thing is, why you don't like your wife? Why don't you have? Now, what happened? Patient has simply said, Noah, I don't like my wife. What comes to my mind immediately? Jealousy or dislike wife. Oh, he's very bad. No, this is not our job. We have to make our life simple, very simple. Simply ask the patient, why don't you like your wife? Tell me. You know, doctor, because she always argue with me. So, what is the problem in it? If you do something wrong, you know, there are 2 humans, they don't agree with each other. But I don't understand why you don't like her. Even if she argues with you, I don't understand why you don't like it. So the point is, first of all, I have to be clear in my side as a physician, why this person doesn't like wife. I have to be clear first. So I have to ask few questions more. No, this example is not good. Give me another example. I don't like my wife because, you know, doctor, she doesn't make good pasta. It doesn't make sense. Give me another good example. I don't agree with this. What happened that we agree very quickly, whatever the patient says. Oh, your wife doesn't cook nice pasta. Very bad wife. This is not the problem of if your wife doesn't cook nice pasta, buy from the restaurant. What is the issue in it? Give me some good example. I don't understand why you don't like your wife. Oh, I don't like my wife. This is not good example, doctor. No, this is not good example. You know, doctor, when I come back home, she always suspects me. So, what is the problem? So, what is the issue? Oh, this is not the issue. No, this is not the issue. This is your wife. Maybe you are doing something wrong outside home. Maybe she saw you walking in the street with some woman. Oh, but doctor, I'm telling all homeopaths like this, and they are converting it into jealousy. They say you have a jealousy, but no, friend, you don't have a jealousy. you have certain issue with your wife, for which it means you want your own freedom. You want your own way. But doctor, you know that I do everything for my wife, whatever she says. Now, what is envy? Envy is simply is, doctor, my wife is, you know that now my wife, she's very good human. This is envy. I don't like my wife to be humble with everybody. This makes me sleepless. Okay, this is called jealousy now. So jealousy which makes you discomfort, uneasiness. So again, jealousy is equal to uneasiness. And envy is equal to have something which other have, like qualities. I don't know, doctor, you know that I don't like my boss. I don't like. Now the patient says, I don't like my boss. And what we use, dislike. We don't have a rubric dislike. Dislike boss. But why you don't like the boss? What is the problem? You know, doctor, he's very smart. He has a charm. Now, what is the envy at the qualities of others? So there is a simple rubric envy, and then there is a rubric envy at the qualities of others. This is, you see in the envy, please, friend. Envy has rubric, envy and avidity, envy and hate, envy at qualities of others. Use them. It is everyday practice. Envy is coming in the repertory. Envy at the qualities of other. When I see people, they can do things very easily. You know, doctor, when, you know, I don't like my colleague in face because she works very fast. In 1 hour, she finishes her work and then she enjoys the coffee. So what comes to your mind? Why you don't like it? Because doctor, every day I think that how can I be like her? How can I be like her? This is called envy at the qualities of other. Doctor, I don't understand how she complete the work so quickly. How I don't understand. But I always has this envy feeling that when I be able to finish the work so quickly like her. This is called envy at the qualities of other. So you have 6 remedies. So when you see jealousy, you see jealousy here. Now jealousy has many rubrics, many. Now, for example, why you have a jealousy? Jealousy comes when you are not intelligent, when you feel stupid, when you say, sometime what happened in your own life, you say to yourself, how stupid I am. How I cannot understand the simple thing. See people, you know, doctor, sometimes I feel I'm stupid. The people are coming and saying like this, you know, doctor, I'm stupid sometimes. I feel I'm stupid. When I see people, they are performing the things so nicely, so easily, they can solve the equation. I don't understand, how can they do it? How can they have such a brain? From where they brought such a brain? So this is called a jealousy. Jealousy is destructive.
But what you just described now, isn't it envy? If he looks at other people that they have good brain and he says, oh, they have such good brain, I would like, this is envy, no? And a jealousy, he would get upset at them or
No, okay.
will...
In the same example, envy is why the God has not given me same intelligence. This is called envy. Why I don't have such a, okay? And the jealousy is that why the God has given them such a brain, why not God take away, why not they get sick and their brain get damaged? Why don't they lose their memory?
So a jealousy will always have it's not only that envy is when I want something that someone has. Jealousy is when I get really upset and unease, or I don't like it that they have this thing and I get upset over it.
Yeah, so envy is like appreciation somebody has. Oh, he has a good wife. Oh, I don't have such a good wife. This is like what appreciation of about others' possession. Envy is about appreciation about what people have and he doesn't have.
Mm-hmm.
Is it clear?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, and jealousy is that how could he has it? How could the language is very strong in jealousy? How could they do it, doctor? I don't understand how could they do it and I can't do it. This is real. You could see the expression on the body language of the jealous patient.
Yeah.
You a child when he sees somebody is making on a sand very beautiful thing on the sand on the beach, the child who admire, oh, so nice, he comes to that boy very slowly and look at it, how you made it, I wish I could make it like this. This is at the qualities of other, but the jealousy, he goes very slowly near to him, divert this boy attention or throw a stone on the house or whatever he made on the beach and just, throw it and then he look at like this. But he enjoys inside. Okay. This is called jealousy.